you were inspired by Tim's drive to be the best that he could possibly be.
We did things at places where they said you couldn't do it. And then the relationships with the players and the coaches. Just been amazing. Just been amazing. I love rebuilding programs, and certainly there was no program that needed to be rebuilt more.
He was basically building the program from scratch.
Obviously, it was the Big Three. It's the Big Ten, it's a top 10 academic school, and then the city of Chicago. And then you throw in there the fact that I was going to be able to make my own mark here.
The way that he sold it to me was, you can come here and be a part of something special.
Having the opportunity to do that at the ground level when the program was just starting to get pretty good was definitely a selling point for me to be a part of something that was building.
I believed, and you have to get players in here that believe too.
When he was building the program, the one thing about Tim is when he puts his mind to something, it's hard to stop him.
There's a certain mentality that wins at Northwestern, and it's not just about talent, but talent. You have to have talent as well, but you also have the mentality here that you're a little bit of the underdog all the time. And if you can't embrace that, and if that's not part of your DNA, it's going to be tough to play here, and it's going to be tough to play for me.
At Northwestern, we were always the underdog, and he kind of groomed that personality for us. We loved the underdog mentality. I think we all adapted it.
Indiana hadn't lost a game in 5 years, maybe. 50 games unbeaten at home in conference.
Back in Bloomington, where a Big Ten title is on the line. Perfect setting for this afternoon's matchup.
We were hungry. We knew we could do it. We knew we belonged.
So we went out, we scored early. At halftime, I remember giving him the halftime speech saying, you guys want the real deal or you want coach speak? And they said, give us the real deal. I said, we're about to see some stuff right now. We're about to get pounded, but we're not giving up a goal this week.
We shouldn't be intimidated by any of this because it's just going out and do what we know how to do. And that was his ultimate message is be confident in yourselves, don't be intimidated by Indiana, and go out and play our game, and worked out well that day.
And then obviously the program just kind of took off from there.
Little was expected, and we delivered probably the win in program history.
We had this dream that we were trying to achieve years ago when we were coming into this program to start things up, and here we are.
3.5 years removed from me arriving here. 3 years removed from not winning a game, and to see your name on the board, surreal.
I'm here with Tim Lenahan of the Northwestern Wildcats.
It wasn't the prettiest of soccer games to be played. We started the season 3-4-2. We lost at DePaul 4-0. Back then there were no analytics. I had my own set of analytics that I applied to the games, and where we were giving up goals was very coachable corrections. We were able to win our first game coming out of that, and then that kind of got the momentum going.
O'Neal, long kick. Once again, it's hit into the goal.
We went 11 games without losing a game.
Kyle Schickel off the service has tied this game at 1.
Northwestern trying to bring it into the box. O'Neal, and they score!
They just bring their lunch pail, they go to work, and with Tim Lenahan's team, the whole is greater than the sum of the individual parts.
We went into that last week. Ohio State had to lose, and we had to win.
The Northwestern Wildcats knew that a win over Michigan in Ann Arbor would be enough to claim their first ever Big Ten title.
But we knew a goal had to come from somewhere. Chris Ritter stepped in and buried it. What was really amazing, I'm getting goosebumps telling you here, is Ali Coupe, who's in the stands, very strong guy. They didn't have to distract me for the Gatorade dump. because he jumped out of the stands, lifted the thing by himself. He came from behind and crushed me with the Gatorade. But I remember coming home and saying, hey, there's only one thing better than winning a championship. And that's winning another one the next week.
And leading Northwestern, the Big Ten Coach of the Year, Tim Lenahan.
What a job he's done, Coach of the Year, but he's been the Coach of the Decade in the Big Ten and throughout the country, in my opinion.
Satani's there, touches it into space. Satani could shoot right here. Back to the left, Satani. What a great move, deflected on, and it's an own goal on the clear. It's tied at 1. After 110 minutes, we'll need penalty kicks to decide a winner.
I really like Tyler Miller. He is very quick and very agile low, and wouldn't be surprised if he came up with a couple of saves.
The agile Miller with a big save. And for the second time, Northwestern can win it. Gendron will take it. Gendron will finish. The storybook season continues for the Wildcats. And with this finish, the dream continues for Northwestern. Jubilation for the Wildcats, but they know their work is not done.
The storybook season continues for the Wildcats.
But you still got to go take care of business. It was almost like the U.S. and the Soviets in 1980. You beat the beast, but now you beat the big red machine. Now you got to take care of business. And we're again down 1-0.
Never happened before where the number 7 team has won the Big Ten Tournament Championship, and they're on top of the Wildcats 1-0.
We've been here before. You know, we had come back from Indiana the week before. We had come back the day before against Indiana, so we weren't concerned. We were going to get our chances. This was our destiny to win this.
And handled by O'Neal, and we are tied at 1. Stay with it. Gendron off the bench, plays it to Coupe. Coupe, one touch, second touch, Coupe! And the Northwestern Wildcats pull the double. The regular season champs are your Big Ten tournament champs.
Best team in the regular season, best team in the tournament. Tim Lenahan can feel mighty proud of his Wildcats.
Once again, we come back from a goal down. The resilience of this team is amazing. My heart's pounding. I got goosebumps. It's amazing.
That's why I decided to come here. I want to win Big Ten championships and just living the dream right now.
Northwestern amazingly have not lost a game in Big Ten play.
And that day, just a culmination of all that, of all the hard work, of all the struggle, of all the sacrifice, of the vision of a man who sold me personally on, building something special. For that all to come together that day, it was a win for everybody.
A decade removed from not winning a game, and here we are, sitting on top. I was an full-time IT guy, and I was a part-time coach. Where I worked happened to be 10 minutes from my alma mater. I made $1,000 as an assistant coach, and I became the head coach, and I made $3,000. To think that I got to spend 20 years in the Big Ten as a coach and also coaching at this place where, left a mark.
It's not one thing he does, it's a little bit more like it's everything he does, right? When he shows up to training, he has a smile on his face. When he interacts with freshmen or seniors or whoever, he makes them feel like they're special. When he goes through training sessions, you can tell the guys know that he's put a lot into it. So, and I think that that's a really important thing when you're a leader. When I saw that up close, I really tried to learn from that and build that into who I am.
He's had so many great people come through the Northwestern program that are now having success elsewhere, and it's a direct result of what he has created here.
Eric Ronning was at Colgate, and I brought him here, and he's a stud, and he's won 6 Patriot League championships. And then Justin Serpone, he's won a Division III national championship. And then Andy Fleming, has won a bunch of things at Xavier.
And that will last and last and last as they then transfer some of his same methodologies and philosophies into their next round of coaches, and then they will transcend it as well. So I think he's got decades-long of soccer ties Tim Lenahan isms that will go on throughout the years to come in this college soccer community. And I would say that would be something I would be very proud of if I was him.
Coach Lenahan gave me the freedom and the confidence that very few coaches, if any, ever gave me on the soccer field.
We gave a lot, blood, sweat, and tears into the program, and I think he obviously appreciates that and would be happy to return the favor at any possible opportunity in the future.
First day where we show up as a, clueless freshman, but he's like, I'm going to be really hard on you for these 4 years, but then we're going to be friends for a lifetime. And I think it's really true.
His legacy was the relationships, was, putting away the soccer field. That we're all still super close, coaches and players.
The fact that you left the mark in the record books isn't as important as the marks you left. And when I announced that this would be my last year, the 600 or so text, emails, posts that I got, and some really, really nice stuff from guys, as far as 31 years ago, saying what an impact you had on your lives. And, that's really the legacy.
Quite a season for Tim Lenahan's Wildcats.
My overall experience, whenever I talk about it, I just say it went better than I could have ever imagined. I always wanted to go to Northwestern. I built it up in my head, and then everything even exceeded, my wildest expectations. So, Tim Lenahan and the program he's built is a full testament to that.
When I do leadership stuff, the name of my little shtick is called Nice Guys Finish First. And I hope when this is all over, they say, hey, that Tim was a nice guy. And you know what? There were a few times he finished first.